Welcome to the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
The Warriors are at a crucial point as they look to maximize Stephen Curry's remaining prime years. With Lauri Markkanen off the market, the front office needs to make some smart moves. Let's talk about 5 surprising players who could be game changers for the Warriors. First up, Jaden Ivey from the Detroit Pistons. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why go after such a young and proven player? But hear me out. Ivey's potential is sky high, and if the Pistons falter early in the season, he might just be available. Imagine his athleticism and energy alongside Curry and Green. This could be the shot of youth we need to keep our title aspirations alive. Next, let's consider DeAndre Hunter from the Atlanta Hawks. He's coming off a career-best season, and his ability to defend multiple positions and knock down threes would be invaluable for us. This isn't the blockbuster move everyone dreams about, but it's a savvy choice that could shore up our defense and give us that extra edge. Now here's where things get spicy, James Harden. Yep, you heard right. If the Clippers start slow, Harden might be on the move, and pairing him with Curry could create an offensive juggernaut. It's a high-risk, high-reward scenario, but just imagine the fireworks. Would it work? Maybe not, but it's worth considering if we're all in on another title run. How about Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat? Butler's a leader, a fighter, and exactly the kind of player who thrives under pressure. Pairing him with Curry would give us an elite two-way duo, capable of taking on the best in the West. It's a long shot, but one we should keep an eye on as the season unfolds. And finally, the one that could send shockwaves through the league, Kevin Durant. A reunion with KD would be a dream scenario for many Warriors fans. If the Suns struggle, we might just have a shot at bringing Durant back to the Bay, where he helped us win 2 championships. The chemistry with Curry, Green, and possibly a young core will be undeniable. So, Warriors fans, what do you think? Which of these moves gets you the most excited? Are you ready for another championship run? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates, analysis, and all the latest Warriors news. Go Dubs! Starting with Jaden Ivey, we're talking about a player with untapped potential. At just 21 years old, Ivey's speed and explosiveness could add a new dimension to our offense. Imagine him running the floor alongside Curry. Teams would have a nightmare trying to defend that combo. Plus, with Steve Kerr's proven ability to develop young talent, Ivey could evolve into a cornerstone for our franchise's future. The best part? We wouldn't have to give up too much to get him, keeping our core intact while adding some serious upside. Moving on to DeAndre Hunter, this guy is the definition of a 3-and-D player. His defensive versatility is exactly what we need, especially when facing the elite scorers in the West. Picture this, Hunter locking down the perimeter while Curry, Wiggins, and Green do their thing on offense. It's not the flashiest move, but it could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. And let's be real Warriors fans, we know the value of solid defense when it comes to winning championships. Now let's get into the wild card, James Harden. This potential trade has blockbuster written all over it. Sure, there are concerns about how Harden would fit into our system, but let's not forget that he's one of the most talented scorers in NBA history. If he can adapt to our style of play, moving off the ball, sharing spotlight with Curry, this could be a move that pushes us over the top. Of course, it's a gamble, but sometimes you've got to take risks to achieve greatness. Would Harden be willing to buy into the Warriors culture? That's the million-dollar question, and it's one we'd love to hear your thoughts on. Then there's Jimmy Butler, a player who embodies toughness and grit. Adding Butler to the mix would bring a new level of intensity to our lineup. We've seen Butler take over games in crunch time, and that's exactly the kind of leadership we need as we push for another title. Butler's no stranger to the big stage, and with his ability to play both ends of the floor, he could be the missing piece that helps us go toe-to-toe with the likes of Denver, Phoenix, and the other top contenders in the West. And finally, let's talk about the potential reunion with Kevin Durant. This is the move that could send shockwaves across the league. Durant's scoring ability is unmatched, and reuniting him with Curry, Green, and potentially Klay Thompson, if he returns in some capacity, could recreate the unstoppable force that dominated the NBA a few years ago. The chemistry is already there, and adding Durant back into the fold could be the spark that reignites the Warriors dynasty. Sure, it's a long shot, but if the opportunity arises, the Warriors must be ready to pounce. The idea of KD back in a Warriors jersey is tantalizing, and it's one that could very well lead to another parade in the Bay Area. Let's start with the impact on our future. 1. Jaden Ivey. Acquiring Ivey would signal a commitment to blending youth with experience. Imagine him developing alongside Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody under the mentorship of Curry and Green. This could be the start of a new era for the Warriors, a seamless transition from the current core to the next generation, ensuring that we remain competitive for years to come. 2. DeAndre Hunter. Hunter's addition would be about immediate impact and defensive reinforcement. But there's more. He's only 25, meaning he can be a part of both our present and our future. If Hunter evolves into a reliable two-way player, he could help bridge the gap between our veteran stars and the younger players, keeping us in contention even as our core ages. 3. James Harden. Bringing in Harden would be a short-term play with the potential for immediate fireworks. The goal here would be clear: win now. Harden's experience and skill set could propel us to another championship, but it would also mean sacrificing some future flexibility. The key would be ensuring that Harden is fully bought into the Warriors' ethos: team-first basketball, constant movement, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. For Jimmy Butler, Butler would bring the kind of leadership and competitive fire that every championship team needs. His presence would elevate the entire roster's mentality, making us even tougher and more resilient. However, this would also be a win-now move, as Butler, like Curry and Green, is in his prime. The focus here would be on maximizing the current window of opportunity. 5. Kevin Durant. Potential return of Durant is the ultimate win-now move with long-term implications. Durant's presence would immediately make us title favorites, but would also signal a return to the dominant Warriors teams of past. The challenge would be ensuring that Durant's arrival doesn't stifle the development of our younger players. But if there's one thing we know, it's that winning cures all. Another championship or two would solidify the legacies of Curry, Green, and Durant, while giving the younger players invaluable experience on the biggest stage. Every trade comes with potential downsides. Bringing in a star player like Harden or Durant could disrupt team chemistry, while trading for a younger player like Ivey might mean sacrificing immediate success for future potential. The Warriors' front office must weigh these risks carefully, keeping in mind the delicate balance between the present and the future. And then there's the salary cap. The Warriors have one of the highest payrolls in the league, and any major trade would have significant financial implications. The front office needs to be strategic, ensuring that any move doesn't handcuff the team's flexibility in future seasons. Luxury tax penalties are real, and while ownership has shown a willingness to spend, there's always a limit. The Warriors are in a unique position. We have the talent, the assets, and the leadership to make a bold move that could shape the future of the franchise. Whether it's a trade that secures our place as title contenders now or a move that sets us up for sustained success down the road, the decisions made in the coming months will be critical. As a Warriors fan, I think the next steps the team takes will be crucial in determining short and long-term success. Here are some thoughts on potential trade targets and what they could mean for the team's future. 1. Jaden Ivey. Ivey is a promising young man with great potential. His addition could go a long way toward ensuring the Warriors' continued success. The combination of youth and development under the tutelage of Curry and Green could result in a star player in the future. The possibility of seeing Ivey evolve into the Warriors' dynamic style is exciting. This would ensure that the team has a smooth transition between the current era and the next generation. 2. DeAndre Hunter. Hunter would be a solid addition to the Warriors' rotation, offering depth and defensive versatility. His ability to defend multiple positions and his reliable three-point shooting make him a valuable piece. While not an immediate superstar addition, his presence could provide the consistency needed for a successful campaign, especially in the playoffs. 3. James Harden. Harden is one of the NBA's greatest offensive talents, and the idea of seeing him alongside Curry is intriguing. However, there are concerns about how he would fit into the Warriors' collective style. Adapting to the Warriors' passing and movement system would be essential to maximizing his impact. If Harden can buy into the idea of collective play and integrate well, he could transform the Warriors' offense into a nearly unstoppable force. 4. Jimmy Butler. Butler is the type of player who brings a winning mentality and great intensity. His ability to step up in crucial moments and his defensive prowess are exactly what the Warriors need in a championship run. The idea of adding a player with his work ethic and competitive spirit is extremely appealing. While the cost of acquiring Butler may be high, The potential return in terms of playoff impact could justify the investment. 5. Kevin Durant. The possibility of a Durant return is one of the most exciting. His ability to score points and his track record of success with the Warriors make him an attractive candidate. The already existing chemistry with Curry and Green could make the reinstatement easier. However, the success of this move would depend on a number of factors, including the Suns' willingness to negotiate and how Durant would fit into the team's current context.